Hi everyone. My name's Kashmala, and I'm going to begin with introducing what Upreach is and our team. So next, yeah. So the problem that Upreach solves. So Upreach is an automated email marketing tool that minimizes the manual labor of sending mass emails. Sending mass emails manually is time-consuming, inefficient, and repetitive, which is why Upreach was made. Sending mass emails is hard because finding the perfect leads is difficult and it takes too long. It's hard to find a tailored way to reach out at scale, and it's a daily iterative process that requires too much manual labor. Next. So Upreach is basically an autonomous AI agent that on trigger of natural language query can be used to semi autonomously and precisely search for and email message millions of people. And this is our team. So our design team included me, Jenny, and our product manager, Christy. And now I'm going to hand it off to Jenny to talk more about Upreach.
Yeah, thank you, Kashmala. So you might be wondering, wow, that sounds great, but how does this work in actuality? So let's take this from a perspective of a sales development representative. They will come to Upreach with a goal of something like, hey, I want to reach out to 10,000 heads of AI of mid-sized companies based in New York. Upreach would then process the prompt along with other criteria the user may have to really optimize the search process. Through our specialized and AI-powered foundation with additional outside resources, the AI agent is able to find the most reliable leads. Then the AI will curate lists of leads and compose and automatically send tailored emails that also sound like you. These automatic emails can be scheduled to be sent out even through multiple rounds and periods of time. We then can see the process and number of emails that's being sent out. What is great about this process is that this cycle repeats itself regularly, depending on your needs and goals, without requiring any more input from you. So given that high overview of our process behind the scenes, let's go into what we have. What are our core values within Upreach? So first, we believe in contact identification. We believe that to increase response likelihood, factors such as background fit, company size, position, and etc. are all essential information that our users should be able to input. We also believe in process centralization. At many companies, especially large-scale ones, there are multiple applications being used for different aspects of outreach. This can make organization challenging and hard to navigate. That's why at Upreach, we believe in having a centralized platform where people can meet all their outreach goals at ease. But no one wants to send emails that sound generated or ingenuine. This leads us to our next value, personalized emails. Your emails will be personalized to your writing style, enabling you to develop valuable connections. But what good are emails if they land in the spam folder? That's why one of our most important value is reliability. We guarantee that the information we provide are all valid, ensuring that the process is seamless from start to finish. So having set our values, how do we put these standards in place within our product? So Upreach is composed of 4 main features: search, lead list, email template, and automation. So our search feature is where you can find specific leads based on certain keyword, email, or even LinkedIn link. Here you can filter the result of your search with your criterias. If you want to keep a record of multiple leads, our list feature allows you to organize all the contacts that you unlock. You can create multiple lists, and you are able to export these lists to CSV to use for sharing or for other purposes. But what if you want to send an email to these people in your list? This is where our email template feature comes in. It not only allows you to generate emails within your tone, but you are also allowed to schedule send email within a certain time frame. Our last feature is one where you get to combine features 1, 2, and 3 into an automated process. With one query, you can find the perfect lead, formulate them into a list, and then send them all a personalized email. The best part is you can automate this process over the span of a couple of weeks. So now having said that, we will go into a short product demo. Okay, let me share your screen. Oh my God. Okay. So when you first search Upreach AI, this is the landing page that you reach to. So here is our search feature where I can say, given the keyword prompt, I can search, I want to find people at Microsoft. So I will type in Microsoft, and then this will give a result of a list of leads related to this keyword Microsoft. And using my credits that I have, I can unlock certain people, certain contacts to reveal more information. And here, now that I have unlocked this profile, I can press view profile to see more information about this certain contact and the information associated with them. And I can also add these profiles to lists, as previously mentioned. So I can select these leads, add them to the list, and I can create a new list. If I want to categorize these certain leads, I will name this Microsoft. And if I want, let's say, Microsoft workers who've worked in also the consulting field, I can filter my search by using the filters on the left-hand side. And that will prompt the table to show contact leads that have worked at Microsoft and also had interest in consulting firms. Now that you've added all these leads, if you want to look back at the list of leads that you kind of gathered, you can go to the list feature and you can click into the list that you just made, and you would see the list of people that you have added. And you can also see all of your unlocked profile in case you just forgot to happen to add someone you unlocked it to the list that you created before. But now, if I want to send a message out to these people in the list, I will go to our email template where we can create a new template. And for this purpose, I will name this Microsoft Outreach. Let's talk about collaboration. And then I can select my list and then write an email prompt to generate my message. So I can say, hey, I want to collaborate with you to talk about our product Upreach. And using our email prompt, it will generate an email. And if you don't like this email, you can actually regenerate it. If you think this sounds a little different from your usual tone, you can regenerate to get your perfect outreach message. And then you can save this and a new email template will show up. And then I can schedule send all of these emails, or I can actually click into each one and edit this email if I wanted to add like another personalized touch to it. So I can say, I hope you had fun at the meeting last week. And then we can save these changes and then send them out later. So with that being said, I'll pass it off to Christy to talk about our case study that we actually used Upreach for.
Thank you so much, Jenny, for that product demo. So I want to walk you guys through an actual use case of how Upreach was used for one of our most recent clients, Anode. So what exactly was Upreach used for? So one of the problems that Anode was facing was that they really wanted to create this really, really cool AI Day event taking place in New York and also online. But the problem was that there just wasn't enough time to reach out to a bunch of people in such a short span of time. To give some context, we were trying to reach out to people around the span of 1 to 2 weeks. But however, outreach is just way too time consuming, requires way too much manual labor. And it just, given the sheer volume of complexity that personalizing each email would require. So this is where our solution Upreach comes in. Upreach has the ability to find all of these contacts and craft personalized emails for each of these individual recipients. Taking in the ability to process a natural language query, Upreach can understand each of these people's personal interests, where they work, and customize an email to each individual person and send it at scale. So how did we exactly execute this case study? So starting off, Upreach processed over 15,000 comprehensive contact lists from a bunch of different sources to make sure that we can have basically like quality emails that won't go to spam. Next, we created tailored messages for each of these individual contacts, taking their first name and giving a set prompt for each of these emails to be sent to. And if you see each of these individual emails at the very end, all of them are slightly different to be catered towards each individual person that received the email to promote AI Day for them to sign up in our form, which we use to track how many people actually ended up signing up for our event and ultimately attending our event. So what were the results of using Upreach? First off, we contacted over 12,500 contacts within the span of 1 to 2 weeks, which is insane and impossible with the use of manual labor. We had a total of 130 attendees for AI Day, which is amazing. And over 30 of them actually attended in person, which is a great success. And this took less than 4 days of outreach and just significantly less than any time that it would take for people to, if you had a whole team of like 100 people reaching out, it's still faster. Some statistics and measures of success were that the email delivery rate was around 98%, exceeding the delivery performance of other outreach methods. We had a 15% response rate to all the emails, which is an extremely high conversion rate. And out of all of the emails that we sent, we got 58 signups from Upreach, contributing significantly to the 300 total signups that we had. So yeah, this is our case study. We actually have a PDF available for people to read if they want to see more detail about this AI Day event. And if you have any questions, yeah, just look at their website. Cool. With that being said, I will pass it off to Kushmala to talk more about the value add and other wrap-up topics for Upreach.
Yeah, so before we started designing Upreach, we wanted to dive into the market and see what the competitors were like. And so our team basically conducted a lot of research into companies like Clay, LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and Juicebox to see what the competition is like. And these are all companies that excel in the automating outreach process anyways. So the first thing that we kind of uncovered was clear function separation. We saw that a lot of these websites had that where they had individual features to clearly showcase what each function could do. And then two, we saw on LinkedIn Sales Navigator that there was a way to connect through profiles, which is something we thought could be interesting for Upreach because it just takes it to a more personal level. And then three, we saw that a lot of these websites had dashboards for easy tracking and helped and basically had a lot of tools to organize their outreach campaigns effectively. And so this is something we want so users could maybe streamline their efforts and maximize their outreach efforts. Next. So using this knowledge, we kind of saw what features we could add into Upreach to improve it. And the first feature that we kind of talked about next was the profile cards. And this was inspired by LinkedIn Sales Navigator, which basically gives the person's LinkedIn, GitHub, whatever it is, so people can easily contact them and look more into depth about them. And then the second feature that we saw was tab organization to really showcase the clear functions of Upreach. So we can see that there's the lists, there's the emails, the automations, all that, everything that Jenny went through. These are all individual features that we really wanted to showcase in Upreach and show that the users can do each function separately without having to do it all automatically at once if they don't want to. And then the last function was creating a dashboard for easy tracking and showing users how much success they've had with their campaigns. Using this dashboard, they can monitor their metrics, they can make data-driven decisions to see what they should do for next time, maybe. And so after doing this, we kind of went into user testing, and I'm gonna let Jenny talk about that.
Yeah, so after a feature enhancement, we decided to put our product to use and test our product on real client usage. From our interviews, we gained three main insights. Users seek minimal manual labor. They like that they could mass send emails at a high at ease and were willing for AI to do the tedious work. Users didn't like tools that had high user dependency, as outreach was already a complicated process. So due to this, a lot of our users were satisfied with the bandwidth of the automation process and claimed that they can see themselves using the feature more often. Although a lot of users prioritize scalability and analytics while conducting their outreach, they wanted to be able to do so without sacrificing flexibility and efficiency. Users like the options to be able to choose when to send their emails and also who to send these emails to. Lastly, users like to see retention communication. They want to know that their emails were sent, track how they're doing within the outreach process. This can either be through the numbers of emails they sent or tracking how many responses they've received. And then I'm going to pass it off to Kaushmala to talk about our next steps based on our user insights.
Yeah, so the first future goal that we said was to design a context-driven search to reduce the user dependency. And this basically means that when a person enters a prompt into Upreach, that basically the website will embed these filters automatically instead of the user having to put filters in. So basically reducing user dependency and relying more on the website. And then two, we wanted to redesign and enhance Upreach's existing generative AI outreach dashboard. This is similar to like the bento box dashboard we were showing earlier. We want to basically make it so that the user has a really good way to look at all of their metrics and basically have something to really to rely on when they do their outreach campaigns. And then the third one was to develop features to make workflows easier. So when a person is generating emails and then sending out all of this process much easier for them if they wanted to do these individual steps by any chance. So the first thing that we wanted to include was a generate summary on the profile cards. And this will basically just create a report that you can download, and it has everything that you need to know about that person. And then the other one is basically creating a sublist within a list automatically. So basically, if you have a list of like Google managers and then you want only specifically managers within that list, you can automatically create sublist and send emails to them. And yeah, and that is all that we have for Upreach, and that is everything that we did over the winter break. So thank you.
Oh, big
Wow,
congrats.
that's
Yay.
amazing, guys. Congratulations.